So let's have a look at the background of this level, of this room should I say. As you can see, it's grey and that doesn't look very nice. One thing that you can do is you can manually change the colour. So say if I wanted orange, I can click on the orange and click OK, and the background becomes orange. I can click on this pink, and I could make the background that kind of purpley pink. Or I could make it white. Or if you want to, you can go to Define Custom Colours and select a colour from this. And type in the actual RGB values. Well, that's all well and good if you want your background to just be one colour, but another way to go about it is to actually go into backgrounds here and create a background. Now backgrounds are very much like sprites, apart from they're not used for objects, they are just used for the backgrounds. So let's call this BCK background, and let's edit the background. Now what we could do is, let's pick a very simple example, let's make it a bit bigger, and let's make a background of stars, so it's a black sky, and there's lots of random stars scattered around in the background. So there we have our background. And in fact, let's rename this to BCK stars. So this is our background of stars. So now what we can do is we can edit the background into the room by going here and choosing the background stars. And so you can have a look at it. There's the background to the level. Now notice that the same thing has been repeated over and over, and because I was working in such a specific square space, you can actually see where the borders are. So that's one option where you can have it tiled across. You can turn off the tiling by clicking on these here. As you can see, it will remove it just down to 1, or you can turn them back on. You can choose these X and Y coordinates to offset them a bit to the side or down below. So if I offset that by 44, as you see, it pushes everything across. And if I offset Y by 21, it pushes everything down. One option that you can do is click on the stretch. This will basically take the image and stretch it out to fill the room. And depending on what type of game you got and what type of background you got, this might be useful, but in some cases it might not. For example, imagine having this in a really big room. It wouldn't be stars, it would just be a black background with random white circles in the air. So we don't want that. We want it tiled. So let's have a quick look at that. And here we have it. We have our background with all the stars. It's tiled. We have the green banner from before and the number for our health. Now one thing that you can do is you can actually change the speed of the background, which means that the background actually moves. So horizontal speed is how far it moves across, and vertical speed is how far it moves vertically. So say we were playing a game where we were travelling through space and the background was moving, we could change the horizontal speed to say 20 for example. And let's see how that looks. And as you can see, 20 is quite fast. And notice that the background is actually moving to the right because the horizontal speed, positive numbers, means right. That would be the case if you were moving to the left, but say if you wanted to move to the right, you'd have to make it go the other way. So let's be a bit more appropriate with this. Let's make it so that it does move to the left, so that it gives the effect that you're moving to the right, so it makes it minus, and slow it down, so we'll make it 5. -5. And there you have it, the stars moving to the left with the speed of -5. -5, the minus meaning left, whereas positive means to the right. And the size of the number, the 5, means that it's going slower than what it would be at -20. Let's try a combination of horizontal and vertical. So let's say you move to the right very slowly, but you move up quite quickly. And positive numbers means that vertical speed would be going down, which gives the illusion that you're going up. Let's make it 10. And here it looks like you are travelling upwards, but you are also travelling slightly to the right whilst you're doing that. And actually looking at this, it looks like this effect could also be used for rain or snow. Also, another option is that you can make it a foreground image. That means it will appear in front of everything else.